Narrow in the gaps, but big wall in right center field. 411 to the deepest part of the ballpark. That's just to the left of center field. 403 to the right of center. 377 to left center. 365 to right center. And about 330 down the lines. So for the Twins, Danny Santana to lead it off, the switch batter, and the first pitch to him shows the bunt, takes one a little high, ball one, hitting at 375, no home runs and 3 RBIs. Third baseman Reynolds playing in. Here's the 1-0, a swing and a fly ball hit to right center. Gomez drifting back with room shy of the track. He'll make the catch, and Santana flies to center to start off the Twins first. Here's the Brewers defense. Logan Schaefer gets the start in left, Gomez in center, and Ryan Braun in right. Reynolds, Segura, Weeks, and Overbay from third to first. Jonathan Lucroy is doing the catching. And here is Brian Dozier. This broadcast authorized by the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. It's intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. First pitch, and a strike in there to Dozier. Any rebroadcast or other use without the expressed written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club is strictly prohibited. And that one is low, and it's a ball and a strike to Dozier. Hitting at 246 with 12 home runs and 30 RBIs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a strike over. 1-2 to Dozier. Right-handed batter against the righty Estrada. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a rocket to left. Schaefer back on it, and he can't get it. It'll one hop off the wall. Dozier hustling in for 2. The throw, it's offline and not in time. Dozier with a 1-out double. Hard hit ball up in the zone.
And that's his main problem. Estrada's main problem is that sometimes he'll keep that ball up, and lucky in a sense that it stayed in the ballpark. That ball was hit hard enough that a little bit higher up, it probably cleared the seats.
That was a fastball from Estrada. Working with the runner at second now and 1 out. Joe Mauer coming up. Left-handed batter. Average up to 276. Couple of home runs, 15 RBIs. The set and the pitch. And a breaking ball just missing outside. Curveball makes it 1-0. 7 or more runs in any inning for the Crew is a Menards big inning, and that would make Ray Alexander from Milwaukee the winner of a $1,000 Menards gift card. Visit any Wisconsin Menards store to enter. Here's the set. There goes the runner to third. Pitch is a ball. Throw to third is in time. They got him. Dozier caught stealing. 2-5 goes the putout, and 2 down in the first.
I thought he got a tremendous jump on that ball when Estrada threw the ball home. I'm surprised they're not going to take a look at this, because from our vantage point, it looked like he may have slipped in there.
And he is working his way back.
Screen. They don't have a say in this. It's coming back from New York. And I think that's probably the one thing at instant replay that makes it very interesting, because the umpires right now are on the headsets. They're listening to someone in New York tell them either it's the right call or change the call.
And these are their fellow umpires.
These are fellow umpires,
they
right.
Work with the Twins win the challenge.
That changed the whole outlook of this inning now with man on third.
This is why you were smart to buy a pencil, Darryl. Can't erase pen. So that's the 13th steal for Dozier. He stands at third with 1 out. And it's a 2-0 count on Mauer. And now a fly ball could bring the Twins the lead here in the first inning. No score. Infield coming in at the last moment, and the pitch is swung on, lofted to right. This might be deep enough. Braun coming in. He'll make the catch, and Dozier won't tag. Braun with a good throw right up the line. That was medium to medium deep right field, but Dozier, who runs well, didn't dare run on Ryan Braun.
Well, it was kind of strange because after all the confusion with the instant replay and everything, the next pitch comes in the outfield, and you wanted to say Dozier may have been sleeping a little bit at third base, not taking that chance because of all the commotion with the instant replay.
He was not standing at third. He had to come back out to third base from the Twins dugout after the call was overturned. So maybe so. Maybe the Brewers catch a break. Still an out away here, and Josh Willingham, who's been red hot at the plate. The pitch. And there's a strike. Willingham hitting .304, 4 home runs, all since being activated, and 11 RBIs. Dozier at third with 2 outs. Twins batting first inning, no score. 3 men on the left side of the infield for the Crew. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. Shallow center. Second baseman Weeks calling for it. And now Gomez calls him off. You can hear him all the way up here. Made the catch, and the inning is through. So the 1-out double left stranded at third. And we're through an inning from Target Field in Minneapolis. Brewers nothing, Twins nothing.
There is a university in Wisconsin where students from all 50 states and 80 countries at UA.org.
Second inning coming up. Gomez, Ramirez, and Weeks due up for the Crew. No score here from Target Field. Brewers baseball brought to you in part by Miller Lite, the original light beer that's now back in its original can. It's Miller time. Carlos Gomez to start it off, staying in the cleanup spot with Aramis Ramirez back. And the first pitch, swing and a foul tip, strike one. What do you think of that? The Brewers, at least for the time being, putting Ramirez fifth and keeping Gomez where he's at.
I think it's smart. He's been swinging the bat real well in that fourth spot.
0-1 pitch, down low, 1-1.
And talking to him before the game, he enjoys it. You know, he's kind of making a joke of the fact that a lot of guys who are hitting 300, 320, they take their time getting in the batter's box. And he's always been a guy who likes to run up there and get settled and get ready to hit. But now he's like, you know what? I'm going to take my time. I'm going to style and profile out here.
1-1, tap foul, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, he was saying before he always wanted to be a number 3 or 4 hitter.
Yeah, but he was so comfortable leading off. And the one thing I think he was more comfortable with is the fact that he knew they were going to come at him early on with fastballs. So that's why he was always swinging early. Now he's in that fourth spot. They're throwing changeup, curveballs. They're doing whatever they can to get him on his front foot.
And Gomez, even with Nolasco stepping out, still staying ready, having the bat waving above his head. Here's the 1-2 to him. Swinging a foul back. Big rip. And Ron Renicky, if he has his druthers, once everybody kind of gets back to where they are, he'd like Gomez to be back in that leadoff spot, but it's a nice luxury to have, too.
And Segura is playing so well at the leadoff spot. I mean, it's so funny how when a team struggles, you can always find some good in what they're doing. And a couple weeks ago when they were on the 4-game losing streak and having trouble scoring runs, Segura put him at the top of the order. All of a sudden it kind of got things going.
1-2 pitch. Just missed away with a fastball at 90, 2-2.
And once they start clicking with him at the top of the order and putting Gomez in number 4 spot, you got Ryan Braun at second spot, who's really come on strong.
2-2 pitch. Gomez chops it off his back foot. Still 2-2.
It's almost like you don't want to mess with something that's been going so good for them. And it makes sense. I mean, and Ramirez being back, that obviously is going to help out this ball club and the lineup. And when he starts playing third base defensively, it's going to help out as well.
Brewers averaging 6 runs a game over the last 13 games. That's a long time. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Went off speed down and away, and Gomez strikes out for the first out in the second.
I think that's the one thing that Carlos is going to have to get used to, especially in that 4th slot. He's going to see a lot more off-speed pitches because teams are not going to challenge him anymore.
And so Gomez retired on the split-fingered fastball from Ricky Nolasco. And here's Aramis Ramirez back in the lineup for the first time since May the 10th. Hitting at .252. Pitch. Swinging a hard hit ground ball, but right at short. Escobar has it, and he'll fling it on to first for the second out. 5 up and 5 down against Ricky Nolasco. And Ricky Weeks getting the nod tonight. Weeks not normally in there against right-handed starters, but his career number is very good. 476 in 21 at-bats, including a couple of home runs. That's against Nolasco. No score. Brewers batting top of the second. Weeks at 316, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Taken all the way and took one outside, ball 1. Third baseman Plouffe in even with the bag. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a hard hit ground ball, fair past Plouffe and into left, a base hit. Weeks around first. He's digging in for 2. Then the throw is offline. Weeks will stand up with a double. Ricky Weeks with his 5th double. And the Brewers have a runner at second with 2 outs. That's another $50 to the MAC Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the Silver Lining.
I did not want to say prior to his at-bat that this was an important game for him, but it is. Because he gets an opportunity to hit off a right-hander, something he hadn't done in a long time with the platoon situation with Scooter Gennett at second. But a hanging curveball, he's able to turn on it, and now it's a little bit of a confidence thing for him for his next at-bat.
He's at second. No score. Second inning. Here's Mark Reynolds. And a wave and a miss. And strike 1 on that slider. Mark hitting at 205. Team leading 13 home runs, 27 RBIs.
Ricky's got to find a way to get in the lineup. Either it's at second base, a different position, whatever the case may be. He's got to find a way to get some at-bats.
0-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Foul right up the third base line. Almost a softer hit duplicate of Weeks' ball. Weeks hitting one past the drawn-in third baseman. And now Plouffe, with 2 strikes on Reynolds, will back up there and hedge a couple of steps toward the line. Now, Ricky Weeks has not played as often as Gennett. So many more right-handed starters than lefties. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Swinging a foul back. But the good thing is for the Brewers, the 2 combined, the Brewers have the 3rd best on base plus slugging OPS among National League second basemen.
But it's always tougher for that right-handed hitter to find his groove because there are more right-handed pitchers in the league than left-handers. And there's sometimes, like we've gone stretches where there's 5, 6, 7 in a row where a starting pitcher is a righty.
And Weeks relegated strictly to pinch hitting in those days. 0-2, driven toward the gap in right center. That's a base hit. Weeks around third. He's going to score. Reynolds digging in for 2, and he will stand up with a double. Mark Reynolds drives in the game's first run, and the Brewers open with a 1-0 lead. Run batted in number 28 for Reynolds. And that means West Bend donates another $50 to the MAC Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the Silver Lining.
Well, when Mark gets more playing time, he swings the bat a lot better. And you notice from this year and the past, he's not a dead pull hitter anymore. That ball's pitched right kind of middle away. He takes it to the right center gap for the double, an RBI.
And now Reynolds at second for Lyle Overbay. Here's the pitch. Got a strike in there from Ricky Nolasco. That one pumped in there at 91. Overbay, a lefty batter, hitting at 211. 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. Brewers lead 1-0. We're in the second. 0-1 pitch. And that's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. American League ballpark, so it's not the pitcher on deck. It's Logan Schaefer in this instance. Nolasco sets. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that's a strike on the inner edge. Slider makes it 1-2. Back-to-back 2-out doubles by Weeks and Reynolds. They're set in the 1-2. Missed inside. That time with the splitter, 2-2. And when Reynolds hit that double, Darrell, I didn't think about it at the time, but I heard a lot of people cheering. I forgot that we're on the road for a moment. There must be a lot of Brewers fans here tonight.
They are here in force.
2-2 from Nolasco. Swing and a foul tip, and Overbay strikes out. That ends the Brewers' second, but they get a run on back-to-back 2-out doubles by Weeks and then Mark Reynolds. Through an inning and a half from Minnesota. Brewers 1, Twins nothing.
There is a university in Wisconsin where students from all 50 states and 80 countries come together to learn about the world they will someday lead. A university where students are taught by world-class faculty before heading to internships at some of the biggest and best companies around. A research university that offers degrees employers respect and value. That university is UWM, the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
Let us tackle your next project. Find out more about the winning team at UA.org.
Fans, enter Massage Envy's prizes to Envy sweepstakes now through July 7th for a chance to win a first pitch opportunity, a VIP experience, and much more. Visit any Wisconsin Massage Envy spa location to enter.
We start the bottom of the second inning. Brewers have a 1-0 lead. Oswaldo Arcia, Trevor Plouffe, and Kurt Suzuki coming up 5, 6, and 7. Facing Marco Estrada. So the Twins, a 1-out double, left stranded. The Brewers get 2 of them. And they played the game's first run. First one to Arcia. And there's a strike. Gets the curveball over. Arcia, left-handed batter, 250, 2 home runs, and 5 RBIs.
You know, having the instant replay challenge in the first inning, that's a risky situation.
0-1 inside, a ball and a strike.
And that's why I think they may need to change the way instant replay is done in the future, because if Minnesota loses that challenge, then they're basically done until the 7th inning.
1-1 pitch, that's down low, 2 balls and a strike. They cannot force the umpires to look at anything after they're out of challenges. They can request it, but the umps think they got it right. Like on a close play like that, you wouldn't even think of overturning it. The pitch, swing and a foul back. And on his hands, 2-2.
And I'm trying to think of the game the other night where there was a play similar to that, and they challenged and lost the challenge. And then, like 1 inning later, I want to say it was Pittsburgh, where there was a play in the outfield and clearly a play where he should challenge it.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball up and in. And Arcia strikes out for the first out in the second inning. And now Trevor Plouffe coming up.
And it was clearly a play where they should have challenged, but because they lost their first challenge, they couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And it really cost them the game.
Yeah, and I think baseball is open to kind of seeing how this goes for a couple of years. I wonder if they'll go to the 5th umpire in the booth idea, which has been floated around, or stick with this. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 1 to Plouffe. 249 hitter, 5 home runs, 34 knocked in, right-handed batter. Brewers lead 1-0 here in the second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And there's a strike, 1-1. But if you have the manager challenge idea, I understand why you'd want to limit it, because otherwise the manager is going to just challenge every close play. Here's the 1-1. And it's a little high. Change-up missing, 2-1. But like you said, well, if you do have one that was close and it doesn't go your way, that could cost you the game. That's true. 2-1, swung on, hit high in the air to center, playable for Gomez. Turns sideways as he always does and makes the catch. 2 gone. Kurt Suzuki on his way to the plate. 1-0. Brewers have the lead. And our contestant in the Potawatomi Bingo Casino Pays Big 21 contest is Angela Schickert from Campbellsport. And if the total score of the game adds up to 21, Angela, you're going to win $5,000 from Potawatomi Bingo Casino. And Angela, if you're a Firekeepers Club member, you get an additional $5,000 in Firekeepers Reward Play. Get complete details at wisports.com. Curveball in for a strike, 0-1 to Suzuki. 2 outs, bases empty. Twins batting in the second, 1-0 Brewers. Oh, 1 from Estrada. Swing and a pop-up. Back of first. Overbay. Drifting into foul ground. He'll make the catch. And the inning is through. Marco Estrada sends down the Twins 1-2-3. Third inning coming up. Brewers 1, Minnesota 0.
Charlie Sykes here. On Thursday's show, we set aside a full hour for your questions and gripes. It could be something in the news or not. It's
Be your trusted guide. Visit RE/MAX.com today to find an agent near you.
Third inning on tap from Minnesota. Brewers in the
To find an agent near you.
third inning on tap from Minnesota. Brewers and the Twins. Brewers have a 1-0 lead. Schaefer, Segura, and Braun 9-1-2 coming up. American League rules here in interleague play. Do you think there'll ever be a DH all the way around? Because I don't think it'd ever go back to no DH.
I would hope not. I really would, because I like the differences between the two leagues. I know it's really not the same because interleague play is played every day. It's not an advantage, or actually it's a disadvantage for the American League team when they play in a World Series, when you have to play with the pitcher hitting. So I get that.
First one to Logan Schaefer, and that's in for a strike.
Plus, financially, it's going to be an issue because, let's be honest, in the American League, the DH is usually the guy who's paid the most.
And he's paid a lot more than a reserve player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, yeah. 0-1 to Schaefer, taking a strike, 0-2.
But I think the all-around game is better in the National League because strategy is involved.
I like it.
Yeah, and you can get guys in the game in certain situations, double switch. I love it.
Schaefer hitting 192 with 6 RBIs. Left-handed batter. Here's the pitch. And he tried to check his swing. He went around, and the ball got away from him. And he's saying, was he hit with the pitch and struck out? I believe so. I think he was hit with it and struck out. He's out, and they didn't have to throw to first base, so that's what that means. Let's see on the replay. Hit him in the back left foot, and but he swung at it. If you get hit with a pitch and you swing, you're out.
You're out,
the
right.
ball is dead.
No, that's what's so amazing about baseball. That's the second time we've seen it in the last 3 weeks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we saw this in, Florida?
Yeah,
or Atlanta?
so.
One of the places.
Here's Gene Segura. And he takes one outside, ball 1. That's the 4th strikeout for Nolasco. Brewers have a 1-0 lead here in the third. I was wondering how I knew that. So,
there you go.
Yeah, I know that rule. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. 1-1. Now, I'm curious. I like the National League style of play, but I'm glad that there's a DH because it's prolonged the careers of so many good hitters. 1-1 is up high, 2-1. I'm sure David Ortiz wouldn't have the career he's had, or Edgar Martinez, and many guys in between. But you know, it's funny you say that the American League teams are at a disadvantage. The National League teams will tell you they're at a disadvantage in AL parks because they don't have the big slugger, the 2-1. Swinging a hard hit ground ball, rolled to second. Dozier has it and flips it on to first for the second out. 2 gone, and Ryan Braun coming up.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I mean, it is tough because there's not. National League teams don't keep a guy like David Ortiz on the bench, to pinch
Very
hit.
seldom, like a John B. or a Jim Thome, or almost never you have that guy.
Well, some teams are lucky because they have certain guys who probably should be playing on other teams, but they can't break the lineup like the Dodgers. They've always going to have an extra outfield that probably could be playing somewhere else, or an infield who could be playing somewhere else, so they can get away with that.
Here's Ryan Braun batting with the bases clear and 2 outs. Takes a curve high and in for ball 1. Brewers leading 1-0 here in the third. Back-to-back doubles with 2 outs by Weeks and Reynolds in the second. Those have been the only base runners against Nolasco. A 1-0. Swinging a ground ball, slowly hit to short. Escobar charges, exchanges, and throws just in time to get the out. And the inning is through. Brewers go down in order against Nolasco in the third. Bottom half coming up from Minnesota. It's the Brewers 1, the Twins nothing.
Charlie Sykes, here on Thursday's show, we set aside a full hour for your questions and gripes. It could be something in the news or not. It's the Charlie What.
Text rates apply. 1-2 from Estrada. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Estrada's second strikeout tonight, and looking like he's got better command than he has in his last few starts.
Yeah, you talked about early if he can start getting the ball down. He's getting some strikeouts. Got a big break in the first inning by getting away with that challenge with a man on third and less than 2 out with Joe Mauer at the plate. That kind of builds a little bit of confidence, and he's pitching very well so far.
Here's Eduardo Escobar, the number 9 switch hitting shortstop. And a late swing and a foul tip, strike one. That confidence, talking with Brewers pitching coach Rick Kranitz about not only Estrada, but all Brewers pitchers and pitchers in general, the 0-1. There's a strike, nothing in 2. And in Estrada's case, maybe the home runs, as you identified, Darryl, in the open, about how, that's been something that hasn't gone well for him this year. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing, one hopper to third. Reynolds sidearms it on to first for the out. 2 gone, and back to the top for Danny Santana. And now, like you said, that one instance, okay, probably trusts his stuff, so to speak, a little bit more, right?
Well, yeah, and I think the biggest difference with the Brewers pitching staff is Kyle Loesch. I think his attitude and what he brought from St. Louis has spilled over to this rotation and the guys in the bullpen. I mean, they do everything different than they did a couple years ago, and it's really shown by the confidence factor of these guys and the way they're playing.
First one is Santana. Takes off speed in for a strike. 0-1. Brewers leading 1-0 in the third. I think he's made a huge difference, not only on the mound, too, but like you said, off the field. Swung on and fouled off to the left. 0-2. And with Loesch kind of permeating, we've seen almost every night Brewers starter bend but don't break.
Right.
Even when they don't have their best stuff. Still a quality start, or keeping the club in the game. 0-2 from Estrada. Swinging a foul tip.
And I think that's the big thing. When Loesch came over last year, I mean, it was tough because he signed towards the end of spring training. So you didn't really see the pitcher that he was going to be early on. And once he settled down and got used to his surroundings and getting back in shape, so to speak, I think he pitched very well. And now, he's got so much confidence in it. He's bringing that confidence to the starting rotation alone. I love the fact they go out there and they watch the bullpen sessions. They talk about what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. And when you struggle, you go back to that stuff, and it brings out more confidence in you.
Estrada ready. Here's the 2-strike offering. And it's down and away. Curveball missing. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Santana. And that confidence seems to be brewing for Estrada, who has sent down 7 men in a row. Ahead 1-2 on Santana. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a pop-up. In the infield, third base. Reynolds now in foul ground. He makes the catch. And the inning is through. So Marco Estrada, through 3 innings, needing just 34 pitches. And he's only allowed 1 base runner. We're going to the 4th. It's the Brewers 1 and the Twins nothing.
If you run a small business, you know the most valuable things are also the hardest to get. But the knowledge and experience of an independent insurance agent can help you determine the best coverage to protect those.
For other odds-on favorites, Brewers Baseball, presented by Potawatomi.
Wisconsin's radio station, 620 WTMJ.
4th inning coming up, and the Brewers will send up the heart of the order. Lucroy, Gomez, and Ramirez. 3, 4, and 5. With the Brewers leading 1-0. Catch up on all the latest sports, business, entertainment, and breaking news with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, JS Online, and JS Mobile app. Ricky Nolasco has been almost as good as Estrada tonight. He's only allowed 2 base runners, but it was back-to-back 2-out doubles by Weeks and Reynolds that yielded the Brewers' run. Here's the first one from Nolasco, and it's outside, ball 1 to Lucroy. Right-hander ready. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And there's a strike. Fastball in there at 90. 1-1. The Twins signed Nolasco to a 4-year deal. Valued at just a tick below what the Brewers paid for Matt Garza. 1-1 hit well and deep to left. If it's fair, it's out of here, and it is foul. That was a long shot by Lucroy, but just foul down the left field line. It's a long, allowed second strike. That one could have gone in the third deck, and it is a very steep and tall outfield section here at Target Field. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Lucroy foul tips it, chasing a breaking ball down and away, and he is out. Suzuki held on to the third strike. Ron Renicky disagrees. Both dugouts are located very close to home plate, and Renicky took just a few steps to get to home plate umpire Andy Fletcher. And let's first pause 10 seconds for station ID here on the Brewers Radio Network.
Wisconsin's radio station and home of the Packers, Brewers, and Bucks. News Radio 620 WTMJ and WTMJ HD Milwaukee.
I'm Joe Block along with Darrell Hamilton and Kent Sommerfeld with you from Target Field, and Ron Renicky and Andy Fletcher still arguing behind home plate. Fletcher has taken his mask off, and Fletcher called out Lucroy after that foul tip on a ball that bounced to the catcher, Kurt Suzuki.
There's no doubt that the ball bounced. I think what Ronnie Renicky is arguing about is the fact that you got to get help. Ask either your first or third base umpire for help. You can't make that call from behind home plate. That's a difficult call in itself behind home plate, but if the ball hits the ground, just ask your first or third base umpire for help. That's all he's asking for.
And Andy Fletcher started to get heated. You could kind of hear him say, the young umpire, he was saying that basically, Ron, there's nothing I could do about it once I called him out. And the play is not reviewable with instant replay. First one to Gomez, and he takes outside, ball 1, and can't really overturn it, I guess, once he's made that call. And so here's the 1-0 to Gomez. And he takes outside 2-0.
And the argument would be, okay, why not review that? Well, people say, well, you were reviewing everything. But that call is obviously wrong. Got the call wrong. So why don't we get an opportunity to see that and see that it was wrong on tape?
2-0 pitch, cracked bat roller to second. Dozier has it and throws it on to first for the out. Gomez retired, 2 gone, and Aramis Ramirez batting for the second time. I think that would be the instance where you would really enjoy having that 5th umpire in the booth. Designated area, umpires there. That umpire decides when and what to review only. It's not partisan, and everything is reviewable. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
I think it would take out a lot of the guessing, a lot of the stalling that we've been seeing a lot of managers will do when they come out there and are debating if they should challenge the call on the field.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ramirez taking down low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean, it's always a learning kind of situation when you make changes. And believe me, baseball has not done a lot of that. I mean, this is one of those rare things where it's like, wow, you're going to do this? Seriously?
I commend baseball. I think it's a good idea to move forward with it for sure. The 1-1, swinging a ground ball foul. Up third, 1-2 to Ramirez. And they're still open to hearing suggestions, ideas, seeing how things works, which I think is good.
Well, and I think you have to learn with the technology that you have to be willing to make changes. I mean, TV today is ridiculous. I mean, you do the super slow-mo. I mean, it's unbelievable.
1-2 to Ramirez. He's swinging a fly ball to center. Coming on Santana. And he makes the catch. Hung up there long enough. And the inning is through. Brewers down in order. And Velasco has sent down 7 in a row. Bottom of the 4th. Coming up, Brewers leading the Twins 1-0.
Right now at U.S. Cellular, get 4 lines with 10 gigs of data to share for just $140 a month. That's $20 less a month than Verizon and AT&T. Plus, if you switch now, we'll even pay off your old contract. So if you want to save $20 a month, go with U.S. Cellular. And if you don't, go with Verizon and AT&T. It's pretty simple. Unless I'm missing something. U.S. Cellular. Hello better. New retail installment contracts and shared connect plan required.
Ryan Dozier, Joe Mauer, Josh Willingham coming up for Minnesota. 2, 3, and 4 against Marco Estrada. Here's the first pitch. And a breaking ball in for a strike. Dozier is the lone man to reach. He doubled back in the first inning and stole third after an overturned replay decision. 0-1. That's in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I tell you, times have changed. When on the video scoreboard here in Target Field, they put up your Twitter handle with your photo for the players who are on the field. Wow.
1-1 pitch. That's low. 2 balls and a strike.
Am I missing something?
When you were a player, and if there was Twitter, and you're on Twitter now at DHAM18.
Look at you.
The 2-1 pitch. High. 3-1. But wouldn't it have been interesting, like in the heat of a moment after a game, trying to hold back or seeing an opposing player tweet something out?
Oh, gosh.
Here's the 3-1 pitch, and it's a little high, and Dozier draws a leadoff walk. First base on ball is issued by Estrada, and now Joe Mauer coming up.
It would have been difficult. I mean, I would have tried my best to hide my phone and just not get on there and say anything stupid, because once you hit send, it's all over.
It's there forever, the 24-hour news cycle, and it's a lot different. So especially when you first came up, I mean, how is the media different? How is players' interaction with media different than it is today? Because now, like going out on maybe for dinner or something after a game, toss over to first and Dozier's back, that's all changed.
It has. I think the players of today, and no disrespect to any of them, but I think they're a little more standoffish with the media today because they are assuming that somebody is out to get them. And that builds for a kind of a odd situation when you're trying to get info from them.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
I mean, there's so many newspapers out there, magazines, TV.
And online media now.
Yeah, online media as well. So everybody's trying to get that one story that could make a name for themselves, so to speak. And I think players are aware of that, so they're really nervous about saying too much.
And so we've got a lot of homogenized answers to questions. Runner goes, 0-1, foul tip. Dozier will have to go back to first, and 2 strikes now on Joe Mauer.
I mean, you basically are getting the Derek Jeter line every time someone is being interviewed. You know, I'm happy to be here. I go out there and play hard.
One game at a time.
One game at a time. You know, God willing, we'll win.
Yeah.
Those vanilla answers, which is normal. I get that. But being on the other side now, you want something a little more. You want someone to be honest.
Yeah. Mauer, the batter, behind 2 strikes. Dozier dives back into first. The ball pops away from Overbay. It hit him as the throw came in. It hit Dozier, I believe, in the helmet or near his head. It sounded like a thud sound. I wonder if it hit him in the back of his neck or something. He's trying to shake that off. Dozier with 13 steals. On at first with nobody out and 2 strikes on Joe Mauer. Brewers lead 1-0 in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Up high, 1-2.
Joe Mauer coming in the game today with the longest current hitting streak, a 20-game hitting streak in interleague play. He's been kind of weird the last couple years. When no one's on base, he's a terror at the plate. When guys are running in scoring position, he has a tendency to make outs.
1-2 pitch, darts down and in, 2-2.
Which is a little different for a hitter like that because he uses the entire field. So he's not locked on pulling the ball or doing only one thing. It's just baseball is weird. Sometimes your best hitters struggle in certain situations, and Joe Mauer has been that guy with runners on base.
He's the number 3 hitter right now. He was in the number 2 spot in the first game of this home-and-home series. They're set the 2-2. Down and in, 3-2. He was ahead 0-2, and now Estrada with 3 straight balls on Mauer. And we'll probably see Dozier running again here.
Well, sometimes the worst thing to happen when you face a guy like Joe Mauer is get ahead 0-2. That's when you start picking. You start trying to get him out on a pitch that may be a half an inch outside. And next thing you know, you get to a 3-2 count, and you got a groove one there, and he'll hurt you.
Dozier back over to first on a throw over. Well, Mauer, even though he's having a down year at age 31, at least so far, one of the very best hitters in terms of batting average in the last half century. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a slow ground ball to first. Overbase, scoops it on the in-between hop and touches first to get the out. Dozier on the move with the pitch, gets into second. That's the only thing that broke up a double play there. So Estrada wins the battle. Runner at second with 1 out for Josh Willingham. Brewers lead it 1-0. Even with Twitter handles on the scoreboards, baseball is a game of tradition. And players are constantly compared not only to their peers, but to the all-time greats. That's the way the Usingers make sausage. It's not just good enough to be the best today. Toss over to second, high, but corralled by Weeks. It's got to be as good as great grandpa Fred was making 135 years ago. That's right, Usinger sausage, like Joe Mauer, like Hannes Wagner, an all-time great.
I always wonder, do you wing that or you just kind of go with the flow?
Little of both.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting there.
Pitch is outside, ball 1. I got a lot of years before I'm going to get as good as you at doing those, but I'm going to give it a try every night. But they have some good creative writers, don't they?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But it is really good, and it's been really good for a very long time.
And you are continuing to talk about it. You like it. I know that.
I like using your sausage. The pitch. It's outside. And 2-0 to Willingham. I'm learning. I've been in Wisconsin 3 years now. I understand the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to get used to the local products because they usually are the best. I feel like I'm doing a promo now.
Right. Try your local. You know what's funny about that is Estrada feigns a throw to second. The dairy products. Now, everyone knows Wisconsin's good for dairy, but is there really a difference? So my wife and I, we will shop for local dairy products.
Right.
And we try them versus the stuff we were used to living in other places. And it really is extraordinarily better. It really is. I'm not picking out any particular brand, just dairy products. The pitch. There's a strike, 2-1. But, yeah, I'm with you. Local is better.
And local beer.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree very much in that department as well. You are definitely a former brewer.
Absolutely.
Once a brewer, always a brewer.
Believe it.
Dozier away from second with one out. Here's the 2-1. Willingham rockets one into left. A base hit. Schaefer fields on a hop. And now Dozier being held up at third on a perfect throw from left from Logan Schaefer. Just up the line. And Lucroy would have been there waiting for Dozier. A smart call by Joe Vavra to hold him up on that base hit by Josh Willingham.
Well, a lot of people may wonder why Schaefer is out there hitting 192 at the start of the game. But like you said, it was a perfect throw. He came, fielded on one hop, came through, kept the ball low enough so Willingham could not advance to second base as well.
So 2 balls hit to the outfield, not scoring a runner. That fly ball back in the first inning by Mauer. Well, we both thought it might have been deep enough to score Dozier. This time, Vavra, knowing the good arm from Schaefer, holds him up, and smartly so. Still a chance for the Twins with one out. Runners at the corners. Here's Oswaldo Arcia. And the pitch. Misses away with a fastball. Ball 1. Schaefer has not started since May 23rd. Giving Chris Davis a routine day off. And depending on how this inning goes, he might have saved a run there. The 1-0. Curve just missed away. 2-0. Couple of borderline pitches just missing for Estrada. I would assume it's natural for a pitcher right after some hard contact to want to shy away from the strike zone a little bit. Here's the set, the 2-0. Swinging a high pop-up, foul ground, first base side. This is going to get into the seats. And it's 2-1 to Arcia.
Yeah, you start picking the corners more. You don't want to groove one down there because you would assume after hitting balls like they did this inning that they're feeling pretty good about his fastball. So you start going a little more off speed, go off the plate a little bit more, see if you can get some guys fishing for balls that are not strike.
Estrada falling behind. That's now 2-1 to Arcia. And the pitch. Swinging a fly ball deep to right. If it's fair, it's out of here. It is gone. A long home run down the right field line by Oswaldo Arcia. And the Twins lead it 3-1. Trying to come inside with a fastball, and Arcia, that's why they like him, the young guy with lots of power.
Well, and from the beginning, the main concern is Estrada has to keep the ball in the ballpark. Tried to groove that fastball inside on him. He turned on it and kept it fair. Actually hit the, I don't want to say the foul pole, hit the fair pole for a 3-run homer.
Here's Trevor Plouffe, and he swings and misses. Strike 1 on a changeup. That's the 18th home run allowed by Estrada. That is by far the most allowed in baseball. Here's the pitch, and a late swing and a miss on a fastball. Much better sequence there. 2 strikes.
Oh, I'm not going to take any pitches. I'm going up there hacking, and that's why you see a lot of these guys are not taking pitches. They're going up there looking to swing the bat. Other guys may say, okay, I'll give him a pitch to see what he has today, but you know Estrada, he's going to keep the ball up in the zone at times. You don't want to wake on that pitch.
Ron Gardenhire is out and requesting a review to see if that ball was fair or foul. I would imagine it had to be foul because it was so close to the foul pole that it is a foul ball, confirmed.
Well, and even the fan reaction. I mean, I know there are a lot of fans from Milwaukee that are here, but still, we're in Target Field, and no one cheered, no one booed. When the call was made, it was, okay, it's a foul ball.
But they checked to make sure. Any ball that's close, that's why that screen is in fair ground up that foul pole. So if it's close, it'll hit that. The pitch, swing and a miss, and Plouffe is down on strikes. That's the second out here in the Twins' fourth. 3-1, Twins lead it, and Kurt Suzuki's coming up. Suzuki popped out foul to first, back into second. 3-run home run by Oswaldo Arcia. And the Twins, who had been struggling scoring runs until the day before they played the Brewers, they've had a pretty good series against the Crew. Swinging a ground ball, hopping off the mound, off the glove of Weeks, and into center, a base hit. A 2-out single for Suzuki, and Josmiel Pinto will come up. Fourth hit for the Twins. Estrada was cruising right along that first time around the order. Second time, not so much.
Well, I think the second time is always a telling sign if you've got your good stuff. You know, you can kind of get away with the first time through the order, but all these balls that they're hitting right now are fairly hard and finding holes.
And even though he got Plouffe, Plouffe hit a ball hard off him. Mauer's the only one that didn't. Dozier walked. Still hit a long fly ball foul. Pinto struck out back in the third inning. We're in the fourth. 3-1 Twins. And the pitch. There's a strike.
Keep hitters off balance.
Here's the 2-2. And a foul tip off of his bat into the glove of Lucroy. He barely moved his bat off the shoulder, but he foul tipped it and strikes out, and that ends the inning. But the Twins strike for 3 on the home run by Arcia. 3 hits and a man left. Through 4 from target field. Minnesota 3 and the Brewers 1.
When it comes to first-class industrial supplies, you start with Engman Taylor. When it comes to defeating pancreatic cancer.
On favorites. Brewers baseball presented by Potawatomi.
Sports Central, weekdays at 6 on 620 WTMJ.
Fifth inning coming up, and the Brewers for the first time trailing. They're behind the Twins 3-1. Be Weeks, Reynolds, and Overbay coming up 6, 7, and 8 here in the Brewers' fifth.
And we quite possibly could have seen the worst half-inning race ever. Did you see that?
No, I was talking to my godson.
I do not even know what that was. I mean, maybe being jealous of being in Milwaukee and watch the sausage races, but whatever that was, please ban it from ever coming to Target Field again.
Was it better than the what is that? The alien, sea aquatic creature race in Miami? Or
I thought that's what that was. It was some aliens or something.
I wish I saw it.
It's horrible. No, you didn't want to see it.
Or I'm glad I didn't see it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. Solidarity. Here's Ricky Weeks. He doubled his first time. And he takes one outside, ball 1 from Ricky Nolasco. Weeks scored the Brewers' run ahead of Reynolds' double. Those have been the only 2 base runners against Nolasco so far, who has not fared well against the Brewers in his career. The pitch. Swinging a foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8 starts against the Brewers, an ERA of 7.5. But sometimes those numbers lie to you because, I mean, what happened in 2006 with guys who aren't even on the team anymore, except for Ricky Weeks? Does that really matter? I don't know. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball, slowly hit up the middle. Dozier charges back of the bag, flips onto first in time for the out. Impressive play for Dozier to get Weeks for out number 1.
Yeah, I never look at numbers from years ago, especially like you said, a lot of these guys are not on the team anymore. So he may have had success or may have been beaten up by a certain team. It's not going to make any difference. Today, I always say that first guy up, the first couple guys up to the plate, you'll find out if a pitcher has his good stuff or not.
And for the Brewers, he got 2 pop-outs and a strikeout in that first inning. Mark Reynolds doubled in the Brewers' run back in the second. Here's the pitch. A swing and a crack bat fly ball down the line in left. Willingham going after it, and he'll make the catch on the run in fair ground for the out. Reynolds' bat cracked, popped, and the Willingham tracked that one down. There's a short wall down there in left. It sticks out very late. The seating area does not come out until the very deepest reaches of the left field corner, and Willingham made a casual play there. That's a tough area.
It is. You're saying it like it's not a big deal. That's a tough play, especially with that wall coming right up on you.
Pitch to Overbay. There's a ball up high. Ball one. 3-1 Twins. Brewers batting in the fifth. When you would go to an opposing ballpark, maybe that you don't see very often. Here's the 1-0 from Velasco, and a strike on the inner edge, 1-1. Would you inspect it? Would you kind of look around and see?
You would like to get out here early and take some balls off the wall or in the corner to get an idea of what it's going to do. Does it bounce straight back? Does it go ricochet off a different direction?
1-1, chopped foul up first, 1-2 to Overbay.
That to me, it makes it so difficult for a 2-game home series and a back 2-game away series, because guys got in this morning about 2 o'clock. So it's hard to get out to the ballpark early and, take extra work in the corner.
1-2 from Velasco. Swinging a ground ball, dribbled to short. Escobar has it and flips it on to first for the out, and the inning is over. And Ricky Velasco has sent down 10 straight Brewers. Bottom of the fifth coming up. Twins 3, Brewers 1.
WTMJ News Update. I'm Eric Griller. The condition of the young girl who was stabbed in Waukesha has been upgraded from stable to fair, and she's now walking and talking again. The Metro Milwaukee YMCA has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, facing $30 million in debt, and the owner of the LA Clippers has agreed to sell the team. The WTMJ Storm Team forecast: clearing tonight, lows drop down to 46. Sunny on Thursday with a high near 71. More news and weather after the game.
How will you make your summer better? Potawatomi's.
Sunday, June 15th, the Brewers host the Reds on Father's Day, and all fans will receive a Brewers vintage bobblehead courtesy of Time Warner Cable. For tickets, visit Brewers.com. And I said all fans, not just dads. What's the advantage of having Father's Day if everybody gets a bobblehead? I'm just asking.
That's a good point. First pitch, and there's a strike. You remember when you would go to the game and they'd have the giveaways, and it's kids 14 and under get whatever. How do they know kids 14? They don't have an ID. Here's the pitch. Swinging a liner in the center, base hit. Eduardo Escobar leads off the Twins' fifth with a base hit to center, and Danny Santana coming up. 3-1 Twins. Well, yeah, there used to be those nice exclusive giveaways where they would omit some of the people. Now they just give something to everybody.
I think it's smart because, who's going to be there checking IDs or asking parents when your son was born or daughter was born? That's not right.
Well, I would just remember I would be, kids 14, I'd be 16 or something, try to get that. And then the next day I'd go to the ballpark, and everyone 18 and older, I'd be 18 the next day, try to get that promotion. Pitch bunted, foul into the seats, and strike one to Santana. Because I'm always thinking about food, Sendik's Food Markets is donating $100 to the MAC Fund for each stolen bag by the crew. When you see the red bag, you know it's quality. Sendik's. Escobar leads from first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And now Santana down 2 strikes. Nothing was more impressive today than the press dining meal that our producer engineer Ken Sommerfeld assembled.
Unbelievable it was.
It was like he emptied out the buffet. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Swinging a slow tapper toward the mound. Estrada throws it on to first. That moves up Escobar to second with 1 out. And Brian Dozier coming up. Now people don't know what Ken looks like. Ken is an in-shape guy. He's thin.
He's tiny.
He's not tiny, but he's a thin guy.
Well, I'm just kind of giving him love. You're killing me right there. That's not right.
He's in shape, and he runs every day. And But I don't know if I've seen that much food put on one plate at one time.
I should have took a picture and put it on Twitter.
Oh, you should.
See? Twitter. There you go.
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. Dang you, Twitter.
That's the voice of Darrell Hamilton. Here's Brian Dozier. Doubled and walked tonight. At the pitch. There's a strike. I just wanted to point that out tonight.
Yeah.
Kemp does not get a voice on our broadcast, so I think he would want everyone to know.
But see, I know what you're doing. You're trying to get some of the attention of food off of yourself.
Yeah, maybe so. Here's the 0-1. And it came in and hit him right in the back. Brian Dozier hit with a pitch. A fastball at 88 from Estrada. Hit right near that number 2. And yeah, kind of in the rib cage, upper left rib cage area. So now first and second with one out, and Joe Mauer coming up.
And Estrada is still relying mostly on his fastball, and he's trying to throw it by guys, and it's getting caught every once in a while. Balls have been hit hard the last couple innings. Joe Mauer, who's been struggling with runners on base, especially in scoring position, let's hope he continues to struggle.
He's 0 for 2 tonight. Left-handed batter, and play him straight up in the infield. Bit deep in the outfield, couple steps back. Estrada sets and delivers, and it's down and away. Fastball missing, ball 1. You can count on your friends at Badger Mutual Insurance to make sure your auto, home, or business is properly protected. Badger Mutual Insurance, protecting people's dreams for more than 125 years. One and 0 to Mauer. And the pitch. And that's low in the dirt. 2-0. And after that first 3 innings, Estrada allowed just 1 base runner, but Twins struck for 3 runs in the 4th. 4 men reached on 3 hits, and here a single and a hit batter. Now 2-0 to Mauer. And the pitch. Outside again. And none of the 3 pitches have been close. 3-0. Josh Willingham, who has really come alive since coming off the DL, he's on deck. Three and 0 to Mauer. 2 on, 1 out. And the pitch from Estrada. And ball 4, low and away. And the bases are full of Twins with 1 out for Josh Willingham.
I think I understand you're a little nervous when Joe Mauer is at the plate, but he's not swung well with runners in scoring position. So you're very picky about giving him good pitches to hit. You walk him now. Willingham comes to the plate, who is a more aggressive hitter in the sense that he drives the ball out of the ballpark a little bit better at this point than Mauer.
Willingham, since being activated, he's hit all 4 of his home runs in the last 6 days, including 1 in this series back at Miller Park.
It'll be interesting to see if he takes pitches or is he going up swinging.
First one from Estrada, and it's in the dirt. Missed with a breaking ball. Ball 1.
The one knock against Willingham is he's kind of like a Joey Votto type of player where he walks a lot, takes a lot of pitches, but you almost wanted him to expand his zone because he's so effective when he puts the ball in play.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a foul back. Low fastball, a ball and a strike. Escobar at third, Dozier at second, hit with a pitch. Maurer walked, he's at first. Twins leading 3-1. We talked about it, bending but not breaking. Keep this game manageable. Willingham not particularly fast, could be doubled up. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a foul straight back. 1-2. Willingham hit a 3-run home run in the third inning yesterday. That gave the Twins their first lead in that game and ended up being the margin in the Twins' 6-4 win. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, blocked by Lucroy. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Willingham is not expanding the zone on those changeups in the dirt.
Well, I've always thought it's a 2-2 pitch, especially with the bases loaded. If the pitcher's going to give me his best pitch on this one, even if he doesn't throw it for a strike, he'll throw it again 3-2.
Bases loaded, 1 out. 2-2 pitch. Just missed with a fastball. 3-2. And a little bit low. Very close, but just a bit low. 3-2. There's nowhere to put Willingham. Bases loaded for the Twins with 1 out. 3-2 from Estrada. And ball 4, and that one really close.
Wow.
And the run will come in. Escobar scores on a bases loaded walk on a very close pitch, and the Twins lead 4-1.
Well, you know, I'm not going to get up here and call out Andy Fletcher on that pitch, but if that 2-2 pitch is not a strike, then I'm sorry, that 3-2 pitch is a strike. Because that ball you're talking about, it may have been a little low. Well, the 3-2 pitch was a little bit higher and was still on the corner. So one of those pitches has got to be a strike. You can argue that both are, but one of them has to be a strike. I think a mistake on Andy Fletcher's part behind home plate.
And Pitch Effects would agree with you, Darryl. Here is Oswaldo Arcia, who homered his last time. Here's the pitch. And a strike and a curveball in there. Dozier has moved up to third. Maurer at second. Willingham is now on at first. A run in. 4-1 Twins in the 5th. 1 out and a strike to Arcia. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to first. Overbay will come home and get the out there just in time. Brian Dozier forced out 3-2. All the runners move up. Arcia reaches on a fielder's choice. 2 down. Trevor Plouffe coming up. And Overbay not close enough probably to try to turn 2 on that. That would have been dicey, I think.
Yeah, and what you were talking about earlier, keeping the game manageable. You know, it's still a 3-run game at this point. There's still a chance they can come back and get a win here. But you try for that double play, all of a sudden they're up 4 runs. Could really blow things open.
Here's Plouffe. And he takes a strike. Change up in there. Now the Brewers have come back from 3 runs down to win 4 different times this year. So here at game number 60, that's not exactly uncommon. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And just missed away with a fastball. 1-1. 4-1 Twins. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Now the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball to third. Reynolds charges, has it, throws on to first in time for the out. Good play by Mark Reynolds at third. Getting that ball on the in-between hop, retiring Plouffe, and the inning is over. The Twins get a run on a bases-loaded walk. 1 hit, 3 left. through 5 from Minnesota. Twins 4, Brewers 1.
Powerball and the Wisconsin Lottery want to take you in.
Better products, better prices, better service because we're employee owned.
It's Woodman's.
Brewers coming to bat, 6th inning from Target Field. A 4-1 Twins advantage. Schaefer, Segura, and Braun coming up in our Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. And Peggy Hankerson from Slinger, our contestant. Peggy, you're going to win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $550 if a Brewers player hits a home run this inning. And for every additional home run, Woodman's kicks in another $100 to the jackpot total. Visit any Woodman's store to enter. Service and savings. That's Woodman's. Schaefer, a first pitch strike. Struck out his first time. Nolasco has retired 10 Brewers in a row. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
And it was kind of funny watching Marco Estrada walk off the field that last inning. Kind of took a look at Andy Fletcher and was like, you got to give me one of those. One of those pitches has to be a strike.
Everyone agrees except the man that matters the most. Here's the set of the 0-2 from Nolasco. Dropped down from the side there. Missed down low and away. 1-2. And that's critical for a pitcher like Estrada. I mean, if you're a Nolan Ryan type or any of these guys that throw really hard, you might be able to get away with throwing some pitches kind of more in the middle of the strike zone, but Estrada can't do that.
No.
He doesn't need help. He just needs it accurate. A 1-2, a swing and a foul. But the umps get it right 99% of the time. It's just when you see that one that comes in the wrong time.
Yeah. And it's usually,
sticks out.
It usually happens to guys who usually throw 88, 89 miles an hour. They never get that call where they're saying, okay, give me that break when I need it. And a tough inning last inning because he threw some good pitches.
1-2 to Logan Schaefer. Swinging a ground ball to first. Maurer has it. And they'll take it to the bag ahead of the runner for the out. Schaefer gone. Back to the top now for Gene Segura. 4-1 Twins. Brewers batting in the 6th. Nice assembly today. Coming into the ballpark, seeing a lot of Brewers faithful walking through downtown today. Really great to see. And especially for a Wednesday night, a well-attended game here. The pitch. And Segura takes a strike. What do you think of the we were talking a little bit about it in the pregame show tonight, but this is the second year now where baseball has turned to the interleague rivalry series of 2 games here, 2 games there. The pitch. And Segura takes one up and in. 1-1.
It's a neat ideal. I don't know if it's going to fly too well because 4-game series guys hate anyway because, especially if you can't duck a certain pitcher.
1-1. Wave and a miss. Good slider down and away. 1-2.
More than likely when you're facing this one team and you're like, oh God, I hope I don't have to face that guy. 4-game series, more than likely you're going to face him unless you're really, really lucky. But having the 2 games at home and then 2 games away, that makes it even tougher because the travel that's involved. I don't know if it's going to stick.
Here's the 1-2 from Nolasco. Segura swings and misses. And he's down on strikes. Ricky Nolasco now with 6 strikeouts and 2 gone in the Brewers 6. Ryan Braun coming up.
And I think the worst part of the 2-2 series is if there's a rainout.
It's a great point. You don't have that. Usually it's 2 separate 3-game weekend series.
Right.
So if you had a rainout, great point. I didn't think of that. You can kind of make it up on the other end.
But you're going to see teams having to travel on an off day, play a game if there's a rain out, and then go wherever they have to go.
First pitch in for a strike to Braun. 0 for 2 tonight.
And it always seems to happen when you're like in a 20 out of 23 or 22 games scheduled, day schedule, where you're actually playing on all these days.
0-1 to Braun. Swinging a fly ball deep to center. Santana is there. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. Ricky Nolasco has retired 13 Brewers in a row. Bottom of the 6th. Coming up, it's still 4-1 Twins.
Hi, I'm Sharon, an electric operations supervisor from We Energies. I'm honored to tell you that We Energies has been named the most reliable utility in America. Our hard work and our focus on customer satisfaction means fewer and shorter outages for you, our customers. After all, you're our friends and neighbors, and we'll keep working hard to deliver the best customer.
And the bottom third of the Twins order coming up. Bottom of the 6th. Minnesota leading 4-1. Suzuki, Pinto, and Eduardo Escobar facing Marco Estrada. Sad baseball news as a longtime manager, coach, player, baseball man Don Zimmer has passed away.
We talk about him being a bench coach for the Yankees so many years with Joe Torre there. He's a manager for the Red Sox.
And the pitch, swing and a foul ball up the left field line. Foul by a couple of feet. 2-2 to the leadoff man Kurt Suzuki here in the 6th inning. That was a one-time All-Star for the Cubs back in 1961.
Managed the Cubs.
He was a manager at Cubs team. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball up third. Slowly hit. Reynolds bare hands. Throws and throws it wildly. Suzuki digging in for second. And he's going to get in there. I don't know if Reynolds would have been able to get him at first. But once the throw went away, Suzuki able to get to the second. And it will be a base hit. And an error on the throw by Mark Reynolds. He was playing back, and it was a swinging bunt that he fielded in front of the bag at third, and he really had to rush it even with the catcher Suzuki running.
Watching these games the last few days, how many times has guys gone out, thrown out the swinging bunt against the Brew Crew? I mean, it's happened a lot the last few days in critical situations.
And that time, now a leadoff man in scoring position for Minnesota, trying to add to their 4-1 lead. Here's Josmil Pinto, acting as the DH today. He struck out both times against Estrada, who stands at 93 pitches here in the 6th. First offering, a swing and a ground ball to short, and that'll hold the runner at second. Segura will throw on to first and get the out. And now the number 9 hitting Eduardo Escobar. Yeah, the now late but great Don Zimmer managed the Padres in 72 and 73. And then those Red Sox in those
75 World Series.
Good years. And winning down the stretch there. Several winning seasons. In fact, every season was a winning record for Don Zimmer in Boston. Managed the Rangers. And, of course, the Cubs. The pitch. There's a strike. And the original Brooklyn Dodger. And an original New York Met as well, the 1962 outfit. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a fly ball down the left field line. Schaefer drifting to the line. He'll make the catch in fair ground. Escobar retired, 2 gone. Kurt Suzuki remains at second, and back to the top now for Danny Santana. 4-1 Twins in the 6th. Don Zimmer passing away today at the age of 83. Santana is 0 for 3. Reynolds in even with the bag off the line at third. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. On a good changeup, and Segura had snuck in behind the runner Suzuki, and Estrada threw the pitch. he would have been out of position. The set. And the 0-1. Swinging a fly ball to right. Well hit. Deep. Drawn back. Warning track. Making the catch. And the inning is through. So the Twins threaten but don't score. Leadoff single and an error. Left stranded at second. And we're through 6 from Target Field. It's the Brewers trailing the Twins 4-1.
One of the keys to running a successful business is offering something unique. At the same time, being unique can have a...
Seventh inning coming up. And the Brewers sending up the heart of the order. Lucroy, Gomez, and Ramirez. It's 4-1 Twins. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID here on the Brewers Radio Network.
This is Wisconsin's radio station, 620 WTMJ and WTMJ HD, Milwaukee.
I'm Joe Block along with Darrell Hamilton and Kent Sommerfeld with you from Target Field in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Brewers with 2 base runners against Ricky Nolasco, a pair of doubles with 2 outs in the second. The pitch. Lucroy takes up high, ball 1. And that has been it. He has sent down 13 Brewers in a row. Lucroy has popped out and struck out. Right-hander ready. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a line drive over short. There's a base hit. And you can hear the Brewers faithful saying Luke here at Target Field. So the leadoff man aboard for the first time tonight. And Carlos Gomez coming up.
Nolasco has done a good job throwing his 4 pitches. You talked about at the beginning of the broadcast how fastball, slider, curveball, change, he mixes it up. He's been doing a good job with that. Try to sneak a fastball, another fastball by Lucroy, jumped all over for the base hit.
So he's at first for Gomez. And the pitch. Take it down low, ball 1. Sartori invites you to try Sartori Bella Vitano cheese, one of Sartori's finest. Sartori, committed to making exceptional cheese and to supporting the MAC Fund in their fight against childhood cancer. A swing and a liner, base hit in the left. Carlos Gomez with a base hit, and the Brewers wrapping back-to-back singles off Nolasco to start this 7th inning. And now Aramis Ramirez in his first game back off the DL. Brewers trail 4-1, and just like that, the tying run comes up with nobody out.
Well, he's still pitching Gomi the same way. Just kind of go with that off-speed pitch, change up, first pitch. Came back with a slider on that one, kept it up in the zone. It shows he's getting a little tired.
He's at 72 pitches, but he's into the 7th inning now. The pitch, and that's down low for ball 1 to Ramirez, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Nolasco has recorded an out in the 7th inning just twice this season. A complete game back on May the 2nd, and an 8-inning outing in mid-April. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a high fly ball deep to center. Santana back, looking up, and there it goes! A 3-run home run for Aramis Ramirez to dead center field, and the Brewers have tied it at 4. Listen to the Brewers fans here in Minneapolis. Welcome back, Aramis Ramirez.
He's back.
Ramirez getting a fastball right down the middle, and he knows what to do with it. Home run number 6. Another Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run, and a whole new ball game knotted at 4.
It's almost like Nolasco has just completely forgot what he did the previous 6 innings. He's almost pitching backwards at this point. He's throwing more fastball. His all-speed pitches are up in the zone. The Brewers aren't taking any pitches.
Weeks takes one. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. A 3-run home run for Aramis Ramirez. A 413-foot blast to center. The pitch, a strike. And I beg your pardon, 1-1 now to Weeks as they correct the scoreboard. Well, the Brewers had lay dormant. 13 sent down in a row by Nolasco. And just like that, the equalizer. 1-1 is swinging a foul back. 1-2 now to Weeks. 4-4 in the 7th.
You know, sometimes mentally pitchers in their head, doesn't matter the pitch count. They look at where they are as far as innings are concerned, and they feel like they may be getting a little tired. I mean, he, like you said, he hadn't really thrown too much to the 7th inning. He only had 72 pitches going into this inning.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's the first out of the inning. One gone in the Brewers' 7th. 4-4 tie, and Mark Reynolds coming up. Activity abound in all the bullpens. Rob Wooten getting up for the Crew. Matt Guerrier, a right-hander, and Caleb Thielbar, the left-hander, in the Twins bullpen. Here's Mark Reynolds. He doubled back in the 2nd. The Brewers have strung together their hits today. The pitch and a strike. Weeks and Reynolds doubled back-to-back with 2 outs in the 2nd. That plated a run. Those were the only base runners until Lucroy and Gomez singled to start this inning, and then Ramirez with the home run to center. Here's the 0-1. Inside, missing with a fastball. 1-1. Visit your local independent liquor store and buy 2 18-pack bottles of Miller Lite. Miller 64. The pitch, swinging a liner off the glove of Plouffe, and Reynolds is going to be safe at first. To recap, visit your local independent liquor store and buy 2 18-pack bottles of Miller Lite, Miller 64, or Miller Genuine Draft, and receive a free Summerfest ticket.
You randomly throw out liquor and food every once in a while during the games.
Sometimes literally. We are in good proximity to fans here in Minnesota.
Yes, we are.
But we have some Brewers faithful here, so we'll restrain. That's going to be a base hit for Reynolds. 4th hit of the inning off Nolasco. Suzuki out for a quick word, and now Lyle Overbay coming up. 4-4 tie. Ramirez is homered to center. A 3-run shot, negating Arcia's 3-run home run in the 4th inning. The pitch, and there's a strike. We expected a good series with the Twins. So far, each team has won a game. And game 3 of this 4-game home-and-home affair tied in the 7th inning, 4-4. Here's the 0-1, and just missed down and away. The backdoor curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Aramis Ramirez in his return, first game back, batting him 5th, and he hits a 3-run home run. Here's the 1-1, swinging a slow ground ball up first, fair, and Overbay said it hit off his foot, and Andy Fletcher says it's a fair ball. Andy Fletcher's having a bad night.
He's having a rough one, and I would be shocked. And Ron Renick's coming out to ask the question here. I'd be shocked if Renick survives this.
Well, he's got to look down. It is his call, but maybe Mark Wegner, the crew chief at 3rd, saw it for sure. And he is going to go and ask. And that's all. And that's all Fletcher can do.
Right. Yeah. And that's all Renick wants him to do. Just go down and ask. And if he comes back and says, well, no, I didn't see it, or you got the right call, then you can't really argue too much after the fact.
And, now.
Well, maybe I was wrong on that.
Well, I don't know if they saw it hit off of Overbay's foot, because otherwise he's out. Mauer fielded the ball, and Reynolds alertly went into second base.
Well, as long as Ron gives a conversation about this at bat and not go back to the earlier play in the beginning of the game, then I think he's fine, and he's going to survive this one for now.
Well, because he bit his tongue.
Yeah.
Overbase put out 3 unassisted, and if the telltale sign is if the runner doesn't run, Lyle Overbay's been in this game a long time. He's not going to just stand at home plate if he hits a ball at first base.
And he pointed right away when the ball was hit. He pointed down.
Well, one of those nights. Everybody has one. You know, these umpires got in at 2 in the morning, too. Maybe later than that. They don't get a charter aircraft. Pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Logan Schaefer. The Brewers and Twins fly a charter airplane. They got to bed got into the hotel about 2 o'clock. And the umpires, they don't fly that way. So it must have been certainly a rough time for them to commute as well, because they came with the series. The pitch, swing and a miss, 2 strikes to Schaefer.
I thought umpires had Lear jets. It's like 4 of them. It's a small jet, gets in anytime. No?
You should work for the umpires union. That could be part of their next negotiation.
I had to deal with the umpires when I worked for the commissioner's office. Believe me, they don't want me working for them.
You can do both sides. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it skips away from Suzuki. No advance from Reynolds at second. He's there with 2 outs. 7th inning. Brewers have tied it on a 3-run home run by Aramis Ramirez. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Logan Schaefer batting. Velasco at 87 pitches. Brewers have been swinging early and often against him. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Taken outside, 2-2. And the Brewers, did not have luck with that scouting report early on in the game. Swing early in counts against Velasco. But this inning, it's paying off. They've stuck with that same scouting report.
Patience, grasshopper. Velasco, it's amazing going into this inning, only giving up 2 hits. Basically had the Brewers on their back heels. Didn't know what to do to get runners on base or to hit a ball hard. And he just completely folded this inning. Didn't have a lot of pitches, which is surprising, but it may be a mental block as far as the 7th inning is concerned.
This is as deep as he's pitched in the ball game pretty much all year. A couple more than this. That's it. 2-2. Swinging a fly ball left field. Willingham coming on. And he'll retire it. And the inning is through. Brewers strike for 3 on the home run by Aramis Ramirez. 4 hits, 1 left. 7th inning stretch presented by United Association. Brewers 4, Twins 4.
American Family Insurance can help protect your auto, home, business, life, and dreams.
What if my dream is to start a company?
It's Woodman's.
Our 7th inning stretch presented by United Association, Union of Plumbers, Fitters, Welders, and Service Technicians. Quality training, advanced skills, and career opportunities. Join the UA. Go to UA.org. Marco Estrada is done after 6 innings. He won't factor in the decision here in this 4-4 tie. Now they turn it over to the bullpen and the right-hander Rob Wooten.
19th appearance of the year. 1-2, 3.00 earned run average. Almost got his first save the other night. Didn't get that last out. Fastball, good fastball, but lots of slitter-me sliders.
He'll face Brian Dozier to lead it off. Shows the bunt, takes down and away, ball 1. Estrada wins 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run. 98 pitches for Estrada, 62 for strikes. Maurer and Willingham to follow in the Twins' 7th. The pitch. And a strike in there. 1-1. Now the lefty Will Smith getting up in the Brewers bullpen. Casey Fiend, a right-hander, getting up in the Twins pen. Here's the 1-1. Bunt shown and missed. Stabbed at it, 1-2. Team's leading home run hitter trying to bunt his way on in the 7th.
Well, any way you can to get on to lead off the inning. It's important.
Has good speed. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Out and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Slider missing. Primarily the leadoff hitter for the Twins has been moved to the number 2 spot the last couple of games. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Up high, 3-2 now to Dozier.
Now what Rob is doing at this point is trying to pitch backwards. What I mean by that, in that situation, 2-2, you figure here comes the slider. So he throws the fastball, kind of fool him. I'd be surprised if he throws him a fastball there. It's going to be a slider.
3-2 pitch, swing and a pop-up. Indeed it was. Into right field. Ryan Braun is there. He'll make the catch. And Dozier hits a slider into right field for a fly out. And so 1 away, and Joe Mauer coming up. 4-4 tie in the 7th. Go ahead, Daryl.
It's funny how, some players, hitters, you almost have to think with the pitcher and think backwards. And knowing that his best pitch is his slider, every once in a while he's going to try to fool you with that fastball. And there's no way at 3-2, as good as his slider is, he's not going to throw it. He's got so much confidence in it, he will throw it.
First pitch, and there's a strike to Joe Mauer. 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Brewers 4, Twins 4. Aramis Ramirez, a game-tying 3-run home run in the 7th. Top half, or the bottom half here, the 0-1. And it's low to Mauer, 1-1. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation and AAA Wisconsin reminding you, never text while driving. It's the law, and no text is worth the risk. Now the set in a 1-1 pitch. Outside 2-1.
And I know we're in the 7th inning and every out is important, but this is an equally important inning because you finally broke it open. You've got 3 runs in the previous inning, half inning. You want to get back in there and swing the bats again. You don't want to give up any runs in this situation.
2-1, line to left. Schaefer is there. He'll make the catch. 2 down in the Twins' 7th. And Josh Willingham coming up this time with the bases empty. Not to mention, Daryl, this part of the lineup, best hitters are coming up for the Twins. You get through this, maybe scratch out a run, and then you're facing a weaker part of the order to try to finish up the game.
You are correct, sir. Yes.
Ed McMahon.
Is that who that was?
Yeah. The pitch. Well,
really?
The strike. Well, that's what you're trying to do. I mean,
yes. Come on, man. I'm a Tonight Show freak. I love that stuff.
It was a good program.
Yeah, it stayed on a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Been around for a while. How do you like Fallon?
I love him. I think he's hilarious.
I do too. I really do.
He's hilarious.
I really like him. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball, hit well and deep to right center. Gomez back, and he'll play it off the wall. Willingham will get into second with a double. High wall here in Minnesota. And talking with Carlos Gomez before the game, that wall is kind of spongy out there, and so he was able to kind of get up close to the wall and be able to corral it and quickly get it in.
Yeah, you talked about it, Willingham, and this is the kind of the meat of the order. All these guys have been swinging the bat well. Willingham especially. It seems like every ball he hit tonight so far has been hard.
And he's come up with men on every time until this situation, and thank goodness for the Brewers, a 2-out double. Ron Renicky is through with Rob Wooten. His day is done. And the U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen has been made. But the Brewers make a call. They only use U.S. Cellular. 4-4 tie, 7th inning. Back in a moment on the Brewers Radio Network.
Hey Brewers fans, next time you're at Miller Park, check out the U.S. Cellular Power Playground located behind Section 106 to make your game experience even more fun for the entire family. While there, be sure to sign up for a chance to win free parking for a future game at Miller Park.
7th inning, and the Twins have a runner at second with 2 outs. 4-4 tie. And the Brewers call upon the left-hander, Will Smith.
The big lefty on the mound making his 30th appearance. No record with a 0.35 earned run average. He's got 1 save. Mainly fastball, slider guy. Opponents are hitting 198 against him. Probably the most effective guy coming out of the bullpen. He's been thrown out there a lot, but he's been pretty much nails. He can shut anyone down in this situation. It's a good job for him to go against the lefty.
He's been outstanding, not only against lefties, but especially so. They have 4 singles in 33 plate appearances against him, and he has struck out almost half of the lefties he's faced.
Wow.
And no ordinary lefty coming up, even though probably not a common name to most folks. Oswaldo Arcia. He had a 3-run home run in the 4th. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Big slugging left-handed batter. Here's the set and the first pitch. Up and in with a fastball, ball 1.
I'll tell you what makes Will Smith so effective is, I mean, he's a big boy on the mound, and he likes to throw inside. And most lefties don't like that. Lefties would assume a guy coming out of the pen keeps the middle away. Not Will Smith. He likes to rush you inside.
He's a right-handed pitcher with a left arm. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Curve dropped in for a strike. 1-1.
That doesn't help either. I mean, you break a curveball on you. Well, I mean, you've got all these different charts that say he's going to do this in this situation. Look at this. And then he breaks down with a curveball.
Yeah, you're thinking try to defend against the slider and hit that fastball, and then he hits that knuckle curveball too. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball up high. 2-1 to Arcia. Trevor Plouffe, a right-handed batter. He's on deck. Brewers and Twins tied at 4. 7th inning. Willingham on at second. Not very fast. Outfield is deep. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Try to hold up. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You're being very kind when you say you try to hold up. That could have been one of the worst swings I've ever seen.
Well, I couldn't tell if there was a slider or the curveball. That's a slider on the replay. But Arcia couldn't either. And
I'm not laughing. I've been there before. That's just a bad feeling right there.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a little poke into right, base hit. Willingham being waved home. The throw from Braun is offline, and Smith obstructs Josh Willingham, and he will score. Smith was to back up the play, and he collided with Josh Willingham. Obstruction has been called. Willingham scores, and the Twins take a 5-4 lead.
And the only thing that worried me about that pitch is when you make a hitter look so bad on the previous pitch, in your mind as a pitcher, you're saying to yourself, oh, I can throw this pitch again. There's no way he's going to hit it. And as a hitter, you're saying, if he throws that pitch again, that's the only ball I can hit.
All he could do is just poke his bat head out on it and got just enough. Probably would have scored anyway, but the obstruction call, that yields a base hit and an RBI for Arcia. And then he moves on to second. Here's the pitch, and there's a strike. Moves to second on that throw. First one in for a strike to Plouffe. That run is assessed to Rob Wooten. So Will Smith's microscopic ERA at the moment stays the same, but Arcia on at second with 2 outs. The 0-1. Plouffe takes one outside. A fastball missing. 1 ball, 1 strike. I thought there were supposed to be no more home plate collisions. Now the set, the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball, slapped past Overbay into right, a base hit. Garcia coming in to score, and the Twins lead 6-4. That's the first earned run scored off Will Smith since April 29th. And the Twins have scored 2 big runs to answer here in the 7th.
Well, the one thing that Will Smith is not doing on these last pitches is coming inside. He's staying away, and that gives the hitters an opportunity to punch the ball to right field. Now, the previous at-bat with the slider, that was a mistake pitch. Should have gone with the fastball. But here it came fastball middle away. He throws hard enough, you're not going to turn on it.
Some good pieces of hitting by the Twins as well, though.
Absolutely.
And here's the pitch and a strike. You don't see a lot of guys shorten their swing.
Well, you're going to have to.
But you have to, yeah. What a turn of events. The Brewers tie it on the 3-run home run by Ramirez. 3 straight 2-out hits by the Twins. They've scored twice. Kurt Suzuki, the batter. 6-4 Minnesota. Here's the pitch. A breaking ball down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And what I talked about 3 hitters ago, when you finally get 3 runs in an inning after being more or less shut out to the 2nd inning, then come up and give up a couple runs, that's devastating for your lineup, especially the guys who are saying we scratched and clawed to finally get some runs.
1-1 pitch up high, 2-1. Well, the Twins, they have banged out 9 hits tonight. Brewers with 6. Smith, the lefty, sets the 2-1, swinging a ground ball to short. Segura ranging to his left, shovels to Weeks covering second for the out, and the inning is through. But the Twins score twice on 3 straight 2-out hits. Through 7 from target field. Minnesota 6, Brewers 4.
Bob Uecker here. You don't have to be seated at Miller Park to see what a difference Wisconsin farmers are making. They're producing more corn than ever before while using 40% less energy to do it. Now that's big league production. That means they can feed all those dairy cows, produce 10% of the nation's vehicle fuel, and still do their part to feed those in need. Now that's going 3 for 3. I wonder what that feels like. Learn more about Wisconsin's corn growers by going to wicorn.org.
Hey everybody, Jake and John Lonnenkugel here.
Hi there.
That's John. And we're beer casting about the return of our Kolsch-style spring and summer seasonal.
You know, Jake, our Leinenkugel's canoe paddler won the gold medal in 2013 in the German-style Kolsch category at the Great American Beer Festival. Not easy to win a gold medal, not easy to medal.
And with that little touch of rye, which brought back the uniqueness of what we try to do, as you know, it adds that nice spicy note and a very dry, clean finish.
Tell everyone why it's called a...
Here's the 1-2 to Segura, swing and a pop-up, foul ground, first base side, that drifts into seats. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's time for our U.S. Cellular text the booth. Got one for Darryl again here tonight, and it is.
Sounds so disappointed. I'm okay with that.
No.
It's one for Darryl again.
Well, no. Sometimes they're just about the team in general, or about random happenstance.
Food.
Sometimes food.
Yes.
I always read those, so no food ones tonight. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Poked it out to right, but foul, and still 1-2 on Segura. Kramer in Madison wants to know, with Ramirez returning from the DL and a player being sent out to the minor leagues after having been here, did you ever have an experience of having to go back to the minors after coming to the major leagues, and what was that like? 1-2, Segura chops it to short. Backhanded by Escobar, throwing on the run on time to first to get Segura for the first out in the Brewers' 8th.
Actually, I did. I had to go down when I was with the Giants the first time. After being on the DL, I went down to Phoenix Firebirds at that time, and did a rehab stint for about a week. Bring your checkbook because you're going to buy all the meals after the game. Bring a lot of batting gloves because you're going to give all those away to the kids.
Here's the pitch to Ryan Braun, and he takes a strike.
And be ready to talk a lot because they're going to ask you a ton of questions. But it's good sometimes to do that. And I think Remy made the point that it was fun being back in the minor leagues.
Pitch is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike, because you know it's for 2 days and not for maybe the rest of your career.
But you kind of get back to your roots. You kind of remember why you love baseball, because going down to the minor leagues to do that. I mean, it's fun. You're not worrying about money. You're not saying, oh, gosh, I got to do this or that. Just playing.
1-1, swung on, popped up. First base, Mauer. Drifting back. Now he'll make the catch for the second out. And Jonathan Lucroy will bat with the bases clear. Brewers trailing 6-4 here in the 8th. Yeah, I mean, it's as bare bones and as true as it can be. My years working as a broadcaster in the minors, everyone's trying to get to the major leagues. And now that I am working in the major leagues, I think back fondly of my time in the minors. It was
road
terrific.
Trips, the bus rides.
Oh my goodness, we're getting on you.
Well, you know, it's okay. You hadn't seen me in a few days. That's okay.
Yeah,
I don't mind. I'll get him later.
Exactly. 3-1 pitch. Up high, ball 4, and Lucroy draws a 2-out walk. Brewers have the tying run coming up. Carlos Gomez working his way to the plate. Now the Brewers were in this pickle last inning. They were down 3 runs, and Aramis Ramirez hit a game-tying home run. Could they do it again? Not a bad guy to have up there. Gomez with 11 home runs. 1 for 3 tonight. He scored ahead of Ramirez's home run last inning.
And the former Twin would love it in this situation to tie this score up.
Fiend sets, delivers, swing and a miss. Home run rip. And strike 1.
I always love it when people say, well, you know, when I come back, you know, it's not a big deal. I don't get caught up into that stuff. That's a bunch of crap. You try to just kill your old team. You really do.
Here's the 0-1. And he missed away with a fastball. 93, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I remember when I came back the first time against the Brewers, and I was playing for the Rangers, and this one guy was just heckling me the whole game. And I hit a home run, and I didn't hit a lot of home runs. But that was probably one time I stood at home plate and watched it.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big rip. Gomez falls to one knee. And now 1-2.
And I talked to Gomi before the game, and I said, if you get an opportunity, I know you're trying to leave. He said, oh, yeah, against my old team. Oh, yeah, this is exactly what I want to do. And first 2 hacks here, there's no doubt what he's thinking.
He wants to tie the game and get out the Twins logo in center field, too. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul tip. Still a ball and 2 strikes to Gomez. He'll take some big rips, but he's drawn a few walks this year. And a lot of those times when he swung, he is really connected. But yeah, he's feeling it, I'm sure, especially at this point of the game.
Well, the Twins are playing on his emotions right now. They're going to keep the ball up in the zone. They're going to try to throw a fastball up, 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 up.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That time with a slider down and away. Gomez twirling, swinging and missing. The inning is through. 2-out walk left stranded. Twins come to bat bottom of the 8th. Twins still leading 6-4.
It's time to go hog wild again at Cousins Subs. The Cubano and pulled pork and slaw are back. Show us how you go hog wild over these delicious subs during our Go Hog.
Brewers GM Doug Melvin at 8:15 Thursday mornings on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Bottom of the 8th inning coming up. Brewers trailing 6-4. And they'll bring out another new pitcher, another lefty, Zach Duke.
Zach's making his 27th appearance. He's 3-0 with a 1.57 earned run average. Opponents are hitting .235 against the lefty. Last pitched on Monday against the Twins. 1/3 of an inning, getting 1 K. Struck out Joe Mauer to end the game. 30 Ks and 23 innings so far this season. Trying to keep things close so we get the 9th inning and give us a chance.
Yeah, the Twins, right after the Brewers tied it, 3 straight 2-out hits in the 7th to take the lead. It'll be Pinto, Escobar, and Aaron Hicks coming up in the Twins' 8th inning. Visit your local independent liquor store and buy one 24-pack of Summer Shandy and one 12-pack of any other Leinenkugel seasonal to receive a free Summerfest ticket. It's a good deal.
Yeah, I love that beer.
Yeah.
I like the orange. What is it? It's not the
one with the orange peel in it.
Orange peel, yeah.
I don't know what it's called. I like the Sunset Wheat.
Wow, look at you.
My favorite.
I like the Summer Shady too. It's good.
It's good. A little taste, little twist of lemonade. Swinging a foul, deeply hit by Pinto into the 1, 2, 3, 4th deck, but well foul, and it's 1 strike. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul tip, held on to by Lucroy, and Pinto strikes out to start the 8th inning for the Twins, and Eduardo Escobar coming up. Well, my wife is not listening tonight. She is out of town, so that's fine.
That's the story, and you're going to stick with it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Good. All right. Escobar batting with the bases clear, 1 out. 6-4 Twins, 8th inning. Looking ahead to the 9th. Brewers sending up Ramirez, Weeks, and Reynolds. And the pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul.
10 minutes before a game start, there was nobody in here. And boy, they just piled in.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Duke with an inside fastball strikes out Escobar. He's fanned both men he's faced. And back to the top of the order for Aaron Hicks, batting for the first time. 190 hitter with a home run and 8 RBIs.
A little bit of the reverse action. Normally, Zach Duke would come in that 7th inning. Then Will Smith would come in that 8th. Kind of reverse it a little bit now, and Zach's getting the opportunity to come in that 8th inning.
Here's the pitch, and there's a strike. You know, it begs the question, you know, these days with the designated closer, and some teams have an ace reliever who's clearly better than everybody else, and a lot of teams don't, especially now. Brewers trailing the Twins 6-4, and for relievers nowadays, yeah, it used to just be a short guy, long guy. 3-2 pitch. Down and in, ball 4, and Hicks in a long 8-pitch at bat works the walk and puts a 2-out base runner aboard for Brian Dozier. Dozier with a double, a walk, hit with a pitch. 1 for 2. Here's a pitch from Duke. And a strike. Starts him off with a fastball. Brewers will send up Ramirez, Weeks, and Reynolds. All right-handed batters. All with extra base hits tonight. Probably against the left-hander Glenn Perkins. The pitch, curve, missing away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Duke sets, delivers, and it's down and in. 2 balls and a strike. Brewers trail 6-4. Twins won by that score yesterday. Brewers took the opener of this 2-game home in 2-game road series. They won Monday 6-2. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive to left. Schaefer playing no doubles, and he has to field it on a hop. Base hit. Now to prevent the run from scoring, the outfield playing deep, but that permitted Dozier to get that single, and here come the Twins again with 2 outs. Back-to-back base runners. 2 on for Joe Mauer.
Mauer came into the game with a 20-game hitting streak of interleague play. 20 straight games in interleague games. 0 for the night. He's had its troubles with runners on base, especially in scoring position, which is the situation now.
And facing the lefty Duke, the pitch. Curveball hit, diving, stopped by Segura. He'll throw on to first and get the out to end the inning. Gene Segura saves the day with a headlong dive behind the bag at second. The ball nearly popped out of his glove. If he doesn't get that, the Twins get more. Instead, they're turned aside. 1 hit, 2 left. 9th inning coming up. Ramirez, Weeks, and Reynolds. Brewers trail 6-4.
Hi, I'd like to enter Sparky here in the dog show.
Sure, and what kind of a...
And home of the Packers, Brewers, and Bucks. News Radio 620 WTMJ and WTMJ HD Milwaukee.
I'm Joe Block along with Darrell Hamilton and Kent Sommerfeld with you from Target Field in Minneapolis. The pitch is up high, ball 1 from the left-hander, the closer, Glenn Perkins. And Perkins, 2-0, a 3.20 ERA. For the 26th time, he has saved 15, including last night. The pitch, swing and a high pop-up. This is into right field and retired by Arcia. Aramis Ramirez flies out to right to start the 9th. Here's Ricky Weeks with Mark Reynolds to follow. Brewers trail 6-4. They need a runner to get aboard to bring the tying run to the plate.
And when you're down 2, it's kind of an in between zone. You don't want to go up there swinging the first pitch, but then again, get a guy on base, anything can happen. So you don't want to take enough pitches to where you're down 0-2. So it's kind of in between. I've always thought I'd rather be down, as weird as this may sound, 3 than 2.
Here's the pitch, and it's up high, ball 1.
Because with down 3, I know I'm taking all the way. 2, I'm saying if I get a good pitch, I've got to jump on it. Base hit, bomb ties it up.
Brewers have already come back to tie it on a 3-run home run by Ramirez earlier. The pitch, swinging a comebacker, snared by the leaping Perkins, and he'll throw out Weeks for the second out. That's a sensational play by Perkins. The pitcher leaping to snare a base hit away from Ricky Weeks. 2 down, and it's up to Mark Reynolds.
Can you say fill your position? Perfect job of Perkins. Released that ball to the plate. Kind of set up to where anything coming back at him, he would have a good chance of making a play on it. That ball was over his head. Leaped, made a great play. That ball gets through. That's a base hit all the way.
Now it's up to Mark Reynolds. 2 outs, base is empty, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Brewers trail 6-4 in the 9th. Chris Davis has moved out on deck. He really hits lefties well. He would bat for Overbay if Reynolds can get on. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Doubled in a run back in the second. Singled on a hard hit ball off the glove of Trevor Plouffe in the 7th. Last chance for the Crew in the 9th. 0-1 from Perkins. Swinging a foul back. And now 2 strikes to Mark Reynolds. The Twins faithful in attendance in Minneapolis on their feet. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a high fastball. Reynolds fans, and the ball game is over. The Twins take the opener here in the Twin Cities. Final tonight, Minnesota 6, Brewers 4. Back in a moment on the Brewers Radio Network.
As more
Family Insurance. And tonight's totals for the victorious Twins: 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and 9 left. Twins are now 28 and 29. For the Brewers, 4 runs on 6 hits, an error, and 3 left. Brewers are now 35 and 25. Home runs in the game: Oswaldo Arcia with his 3rd home run, a 3-run home run in the 4th off Marco Estrada, and Aramis Ramirez, his 6th, a 3-run home run in the 7th inning off Ricky Nolasco. Nolasco wins it. He improves to 4 and 5. Rob Wooten, the loss. He's 1 and 3. Glenn Perkins with his 16th save. Time of the game, 2 hours, 52 minutes. 31,144 in attendance here at Target Field. And we'll return to Minneapolis right after this here on the Brewers Radio Network.